Now, of course, fitness is something not very easy. It's actually hard. So I'm sure if I had a red button that you could push, an easy button, right? Like you push the easy button and automatically you lose the weight and you're in the best condition of your life. Everybody in Memphis will be here, lined up outside the door, willing to pay thousands of dollars to be able to push that button. But we all know fitness is hard, and we want to try to give some insight on what I'm dealing with daily, what you're dealing with as a fitness professional. If you're a fitness professional in Memphis, Tennessee, you probably experiencing some of these things. But through today's advertising, there's called digital marketing. And if there's a guy that you run across and say, hey, I made $60,000 in one day through digital marketing, it is not true. They're just trying to get likes, comments, stuff like that. The same way I'm sitting here trying to educate people here today, right? They're trying to get you to watch, subscribe, follow, and maybe enter your name and number for something free, an irresistible deal, right? There's an irresistible deal through digital marketing that people present. Some people don't do this at all, right? But I have been playing around with digital marketing since I opened up a facility here. So, in some of my experiences, there's always an irresistible deal. And that changes, and you'll see free classes, free trial, 7 days. I even pushed it one time to a 14-day pass, right? Where people would get a chance to use my fitness app over that 14-day period to track their nutrition. I would also give them a free in-body composition analysis with in-body 270. Usually that's a $35 to $50 charge, depending on where you get it at. And then you would get maybe 3 to 4 sessions in that period of time. That's a lot. It's a lot of service. We're talking $300+ worth of service that I am basically giving to the people in Memphis to let them try out what I have here at the gym so they can make a good decision about, okay, do I want to sign up and continue? So a lot of people told me not to do that longer period of time, and everything in my mind says don't do that. But at this point in time, just like now, is the time of year where it gets slow in the gym industry. So June, July, vacations, it's the slowest part of year. So you do some extreme things. So I gave them 2 weeks, and of course, for some reason they thought I was gonna train them for 2 weeks unlimited. For some reason, I don't know where anyone can give away their services for 2 weeks straight unlimited and be able to make a living doing this, right? It's one thing to be a fitness professional, but it's another thing to be able to make enough money to be able to continue being a fitness professional full time. So, long story short, we could go through a fitness assessment, which is a one-on-one session, which value is somewhere around $100 to $125. So not only we set the appointment up, agreed to a time to meet, but when it came time to meeting, they showed up 20 minutes late, right, for the meeting. And so of course I spent another 30 minutes or so with the person, taking them through a functional movement screening, and then showing them an intro workout of what it's gonna be like when they come in. So after that workout, we set up a new appointment so they can work out with some of the members. But before that appointment, we do an in-body test before the appointment. And then they will work out with 1 or 2 members. If they're lucky, it might just be them. It depends on the time. So after that, normally a person is making a decision in there where they want to get involved with your program or they think your program doesn't fit their needs. So, but you gave them an opportunity, you gave them something, you made an experience for them, gave them some value. At minimum, they leave with something. They leave with a in-body, they leave educated, and maybe in my mind, I'm thinking, even if they don't join, they might tell somebody else about me, right? That's the part of me giving something away and in hopes to get something in return. So train the person then. Of course, after that second session that they train with clients, they might get one other session over this 2-week period, 2 more sessions actually, to get 2 full workouts in. But this person scheduled all 3 workouts in 1 week. And at the end of the 3rd workout, I'm like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to move forward? Let's decide on what plan of action you want to take, right? Because you got different ways for people to pay that fits their budget. Try to fit things into people's budget when we do this. But they still wanted to think about it. And it was like, oh, I thought I was going to get 2 weeks of training. That's what their thought process was. Not that they came in and asked exactly how the 2 weeks go, but they automatically assumed I was gonna give them 2 weeks of training, unlimited. And like, why do you need 2 weeks of training to figure out whether or not this program, or in your case, if it's another fitness professional, they don't need 2 weeks to figure out whether or not your program is right for them compared to what they had before. Because a lot of times they come in and tell you about how bad of an experience they had before. And then when they come to you, you're giving them the total opposite of that. But yet and still, they still don't make a decision, right? So in my mind, it's like, you know what? That's a bad client. I don't have time for that. So if you're out there and you're a fitness professional and you're trying to get around doing some digital marketing to try to, get more members, get more people involved in your program, keep it short, sweet, and simple, right? I would never go past giving them 2 visits with you. Of course, the first visit needs to be one-on-one, so you can kind of really understand what's going on with the person. The second visit, they get to come in and work out with some members. If they're not making a decision at the end of that, then they are not the client for you. And they're probably just wasting your time and just looking for something for free. So keep that in mind when you're kind of out there exploring digital marketing. So that's just one story that I have, which kind of irks me a little bit, but that's what I'm dealing with here in Memphis. We're dealing with people who want something for nothing. They're miseducated, and they really try to take advantage of you if you try to show kindness to them. So I'm not saying don't be kind, don't be generous. You do have to give something in order to get something, in order for a person to try your program out. But ultimately, if you giving that much time to a person to make a decision, then, I think at the end of the day, you're wasting your own time where you should be spending that with somebody else, right? So don't waste your time. Moral of the story, don't waste your time dealing with people who can't make a decision, right? The same way they're procrastinating on making a decision on getting started is the same reason they're having health, weight, and issues to begin with, because they procrastinating on starting all the time. Or they're always like, oh, I'll start next week, or I'm too busy. If it's important to you, you'll do it. They'll do it, right? Don't let them sell you on the fact that your program should be less than what you have it advertised at or what you have it set at. Set your standards. If they don't meet your standard, And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with them not meeting your standard of training and what you want to do and who you want to deal with. But make sure, don't let them compromise what you got going on. Because everybody can't train with you.